Hello, this is a short guide in how to record yourself if you've been invited to take part in one of these fantastic new music mosaic videos that we're producing. Now, this is one of two videos, and this video is aimed at those of you who just want to record yourself using very basic equipment, maybe just a phone camera. You just need to be part of a large group taking part, and so therefore you don't need lots of fancy equipment. Now, if you are looking to capture your sound in higher quality, perhaps with an external microphone, then please watch the next video in this series. But for those of you that just want to use your phone to record and take part in the fun, let's have a look at how to get started. So, the equipment that you need in order to take part in a music mosaic video is really quite straightforward. You need three key pieces of equipment. First of all, you need something to record the video on and to capture the sound. And most modern smartphones are easily good enough for that. Just make sure it has a selfie camera and that when you record video it also records sound. You need a device to play back the click track or guide track, whatever it is that you're singing along with, because it's really important that you only capture your sound rather than the sound of you and the backing track, which would render it pretty much unusable. So in this case I've got an iPad, but if you have a laptop or any kind of playback device, as long as you can start it and stop it and you can attach headphones to it, it will do. And of course that third most essential piece of equipment is, as I've already said, a pair of headphones. They don't need to be expensive or big. Earbuds will do, just as long as you can hear the playback track and the camera recording you can't. So once you've got those three pieces of equipment, I suggest you put the headphones on and make sure you're ready to record. A couple of quick tips before you get started. It's worth making sure that you're happy with the way that you look. Make sure you've had a chance to brush your hair and make sure that you're dressed in a way that you'll be happy for other people to see. Make sure that wherever you are well lit, that your face can be seen and that you're not in silhouette, for example, with light behind you. Now, if you have no option but to have light behind you, then set up a couple of light sources, perhaps behind the camera, pointing at you so your face is lit and so that you can be seen. Then at that point you're ready to get started. So when you want to do that, you get your recording device out, and I'm going to start mine recording now. Make sure that you've set it to record the right camera, that you're recording a selfie mode rather than whatever it is you're pointing at. And however you've been asked to record the track, whether it's in portrait mode or landscape mode, make sure that you're in whichever you've been asked for. Most mosaic videos these days are asking for portrait mode. So once you've got that all ready, you can press record on the video that you're recording from and then press play on your playback track. And then you can sing along, you can play along, and the camera will capture just your sound. When you're finished, you can press stop on both devices and then watch back your video that you've just captured. Now, there are a couple of additional tips that may help you just in producing a more natural and a better looking product. So first of all, make sure that wherever your camera is, it's worth setting it up in such a way so that it captures your face more than anything else. If you just look here at the capture from this device, if it's not framed properly, you can end up with a lot of blank space above your head. And consider when you're involved in this mosaic video, your contribution will be shrunk down so it's part of many, and you don't want your contribution to be overshadowed by a lot of empty space. Similarly, if your camera is below, you don't get the most flattering view of your face, or if it's above, so make sure your face is framed in the middle of the screen and that you're happy with the way that you look. It might be worth spending a minute or two getting this absolutely right before you start recording. And of course the most important thing is eye contact. If you can, as you perform, it's worth making eye contact with the camera, as this is that human contact that really does warm the performance. And so just if you have a look one more time at my screen here, if I look at the screen of the camera, it looks as if I'm looking just below you, whereas if I look at the lens of the camera and perform there, then it's like I'm making eye contact with you. And just a little tip, it's worth just getting a little pair of googly eyes or a bit of paper or something to indicate that space up at the top. Make sure you don't cover the lens, but then if you know that you should be looking there, then you'll end up with a really warm and very human performance. Well, I hope that was helpful, everybody. All the very best with all your recording. Remember, if you need to use an external microphone to capture in high quality sound, watch the next video in this series, but otherwise the rest of you, enjoy the process and I'm sure you will eagerly await the results of the finished product. Thanks a lot.